Cowboys Nation, buckle up, because what just broke across the NFL landscape is nothing short of astonishing. It's the kind of move that sends shockwaves through every locker room, every sports network, and every fan base across the country. The Dallas Cowboys have reportedly pulled off a blockbuster trade that absolutely nobody saw coming. After weeks of speculation and whispers behind closed doors, the Cowboys are said to be finalizing a massive deal with the Miami Dolphins, acquiring none other than the explosive, lightning-fast wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Yes, you heard that right. Tyreek Hill could be wearing the star on his helmet and suiting up for Dallas this upcoming season. But that's not all. The Cowboys front office has been working overtime, and reports now confirm that in addition to the Tyreek Hill shocker, Dallas has locked in two significant free agent signings that are already being called some of the most impactful of this offseason. It's an all-out, no-holds-barred push by Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office to transform this team into a championship contender right now. Fans across Texas and beyond are stunned, elated, and honestly, still trying to process how such a high-profile set of moves just happened in the blink of an eye. Let's start with the trade that's dominating headlines, the Tyreek Hill acquisition. League insiders are reporting that the Cowboys and Dolphins have agreed in principle to a deal that sends draft picks and a player to Miami in exchange for Hill. The specifics are still developing, but sources say Dallas is parting with a first-rounder, a third-round pick, and a rotational defensive back to bring Hill to Dallas. For a team that's lacked true explosiveness in the passing game since Amari Cooper's departure, this is a monumental addition. Tyreek Hill is not just fast, he's game-changing fast. He's a threat to score every time he touches the ball. His chemistry with Dak Prescott could elevate this offense to heights we haven't seen in years. Hill's impact goes beyond just stats. He brings swagger, playoff experience, and a level of intensity that can shift the tone of the entire locker room. And with Mike McCarthy now taking full command of the offense, having a weapon like Hill opens the playbook in dramatic ways. Jet sweeps, deep routes, motion plays, this is about to become one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL. And if you think the Cowboys are done making noise, think again. Because in what feels like a true declaration of war on mediocrity, the Cowboys have also inked deals with two marquee free agents. The first, a former Pro Bowl linebacker who had multiple suitors, chose Dallas over three other playoff-caliber teams. His name hasn't been officially released, but sources suggest it's either Darius Leonard or Shake Thompson, both known for their tenacity, leadership, and sideline-to-sideline dominance. Whoever it is, their addition gives the Cowboys an immediate upgrade at linebacker and adds even more firepower to a defense that already features Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. The second signing is a veteran offensive lineman again. Names are still being confirmed, but all indications point to a player with at least 2 Pro Bowls under his belt. The Cowboys have struggled with O-line depth in recent seasons, especially with injuries to key starters. So this move is seen as insurance and a strategic way to extend Dak Prescott's protection and open up the run game for Tony Pollard or whoever starts in the backfield. These aren't just depth signings. These are win-now additions. And fans can feel it. From the streets of Dallas to social media, feeds everywhere, the reaction has been pure electricity. People said Jerry Jones wouldn't spend. People said the Cowboys would stay quiet this offseason. People said the team was content with falling short in the playoffs. Well, not anymore. This is a message, a loud, clear, aggressive message that the Cowboys are not just trying to compete. They are trying to win the whole thing, now. But how did this come together so fast? League sources suggest that the groundwork for the Tyreek Hill trade started weeks ago when Dolphins executives hinted they might be open to moving him for the right price due to looming cap issues. Dallas, seizing the opportunity, jumped into action. Internal meetings were held. Calls were made. The team restructured several contracts to create cap space, most notably with Dak Prescott and Brandon Cooks. And when the Dolphins signaled they were serious, the Cowboys didn't hesitate. They made the offer, they negotiated the fine print, and now, barring last-minute snags, Tyreek Hill is on his way to Big D. Meanwhile, the free agent signings were part of a broader strategy to fortify both sides of the ball. Insiders say Dan Quinn had a huge hand in identifying the defensive target, while Mike McCarthy and the offensive coaching staff pushed hard for the O-lineman. Everyone in the organization is aligned on one goal: to build a complete, dangerous team that can go toe-to-toe with the best in the league. And with the Eagles, 49ers, and Lions all stacking talent in the NFC, the Cowboys knew they had to respond. Even the players are buzzing. Dak Prescott reportedly texted teammates late last night with nothing more than fire emojis and the words, "Let's go." Micah Parsons posted a cryptic tweet that simply read, "Y'all not ready." And Jake Ferguson, the emerging tight end, shared a photo of Tyreek Hill's highlights with the caption, "See y'all in the end zone." There's a new energy around this team, and it's contagious. But beyond the excitement, there's also accountability. The front office has spent the money. They've made the trades. They've given the coaching staff the tools. Now it's on the players to deliver. The pressure is immense, but that's what championship teams thrive under. And make no mistake, the Cowboys now have the talent to make a legitimate run. Imagine this offense: Dak Prescott under center, protected by a bolstered offensive line. Tony Pollard in the backfield, running behind improved blocking. CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill lining up wide, forcing defenses to pick their poison. Jake Ferguson at tight end, growing into one of the most reliable pass-catching threats on the roster. And a defense anchored by Micah Parsons, bolstered by a new Pro Bowl linebacker, with Trayvon Diggs ready to shut down receivers on the outside. This is the kind of roster that doesn't just compete. It dominates. And it gives the Cowboys something they haven't truly had in years: balance. For too long, Dallas has been an offense-heavy team or a defense-heavy team. Now, they are built to attack from every angle, on every down, in every quarter. And let's not forget the emotional impact. This move gives fans something they've desperately wanted: hope. Real, tangible, justified hope. For years, Cowboys Nation has heard promises. They've watched talent come and go. They've believed, only to be let down in January. But this feels different. This feels like something special is building. And with Tyreek Hill now expected to join the team, the Cowboys have made one of the boldest moves of the decade. This trade, these signings, and this mindset shift could redefine the Cowboys' legacy. And if everything goes according to plan, it might be the moment we look back on and say, that's when it changed. That's when Dallas stopped being a punchline and became a powerhouse. That's when Jerry Jones put everything on the line, not for another rebuild, but for a championship run. This is the moment. This is the movement. Cowboys fans, get ready. Training camp will be here before you know it, and Tyreek Hill could be running routes in Oxnard wearing silver and blue. This season just went from hopeful to historic. And nobody, absolutely nobody, can ignore the Dallas Cowboys now.